The story begins in a large garden, where many children are happily playing together. Just then, a girl named Lena gathers everyone and starts telling an interesting story. She explains that a scientist creates advanced devices that look like ordinary toys, but are actually very special. Then he sends these devices back in time with an important mission to save the world. One of these devices arrives in the 21st century, where we are introduced to two siblings, Noah and Emma, who live in Seattle. Easter is approaching, so their family plans to spend a few days at a beach house. But at the last moment, their father David has to stay back in the city because of work. So Noah, Emma, and their mother set off alone for Whidbey Island. As soon as they arrive, they drop their bags and run straight toward the beach. Noah is just about to go into the water with his small surfboard when Emma stops him and says she sees something strange floating in the ocean. Noah goes closer to check and finds a mysterious box stuck in the sand. After a lot of effort, he manages to pull it out. As soon as he touches the box, a hidden compartment opens, revealing a strange glowing crystal inside, covered with different geometric shapes. Noah is left amazed looking at the crystal. He doesn't understand what it is, but he feels that it is something very special, so he quietly hides the box and the crystal under his bed. After a while, their mother comes to call them for dinner and notices Noah playing with something. When he shows her the crystal, she thinks it's just an ordinary stone. She doesn't see any light or energy in it. This makes it clear that only Noah and Emma can see its true power, which deepens the mystery even more. Night falls. Noah goes to sleep, but Emma keeps thinking about the box. She quietly opens it again, and this time finds another hidden compartment inside. It contains a shell, a stone, and a small toy rabbit. The moment Emma sees the rabbit, she feels a connection with it. Suddenly, the rabbit starts making strange sounds, as if it is trying to say something. The most surprising part is that Emma can actually understand it. The rabbit introduces itself as Mimzy, and says it has been sent to help humans. At the same time, Noah wakes up and sees Emma playing with the box. He tells her to put everything back, but Emma refuses. Meanwhile, the stone falls to the ground and breaks into several pieces. Noah quickly starts picking them up so their mother doesn't find out, but as he turns around, he is shocked. Emma begins to make one of the pieces float in the air. When all the pieces come together, they start spinning and release a strong purple energy. Emma places her hand over the energy, but nothing unusual happens. Both of them look at each other in shock, because they have no idea what is actually going on. The next morning, the two siblings decide to experiment more with the mysterious objects. At the beach, Emma is playing with Mimzy and listens to the ocean by placing the shell against her ear. But when Noah puts the same shell to his ear, he doesn't just hear the ocean, he starts hearing every tiny sound around him clearly, as if all of nature is connected. Suddenly, he hears a different kind of sound. He tries to mimic it, and a spider sitting nearby begins to move in its web. Noah is left stunned because it feels like the shell has given him the ability to communicate with animals. A few hours later, things get even stranger. Noah is carefully observing the crystal when the geometric shapes inside it begin to move. Suddenly, a kind of force field forms around him. Just then, an empty soda can lying nearby gets pulled into the energy, and in the very next moment, that same can appears on the table near Emma. Shocked, Emma asks how that happened. Trying to understand, Noah says that maybe it was some kind of portal that transported the can from one place to another. But the most surprising part is yet to come. As soon as Noah touches the can, it starts filling up on its own, and soda begins to pour out of it, as if the can has become brand new again. Seeing this, both of them are completely shocked. Then Emma says that Mimzy can do even more amazing things. It can predict the future. At that very moment, Mimzy tells Emma that their father is about to arrive. And just seconds later, their mother comes and informs them that David will be there in a few minutes. When their father actually arrives, Emma becomes completely sure that Mimzy truly has special powers. The family is finally back together, and everything seems normal on the surface. But the children know that they have found something that doesn't belong to this world. The next morning, David tries to spend some time with his son Noah and invites him to play golf. But Noah has no interest in it at all. He has never been good at sports, so he prefers staying at home and playing video games. Still, David convinces him, and they both head to the golf course. There, David teaches him how to hold the club, how to stand, and how to take a shot. Just as Noah gets ready to hit the ball, that same crystal energy suddenly appears in front of him, as if it's guiding him. He swings, and instead of flying normally, the ball enters a strange portal, and within seconds it reaches the farthest part of the course. David is left amazed by this and thinks his son has a hidden talent, but Noah knows that it's not his skill, it's the power of the crystal. After some time, Noah goes to school with his friend Harry. In science class, Professor Larry is explaining how pollution affects the DNA of living things, and to demonstrate this, he shows a two-headed snake. which is the result of human actions harming the environment. Before the class ends, Professor Larry hands back the final exams and reminds everyone how important it is to take care of nature. When Noah looks at his paper, he is not happy with his score at all, because he has always been weak in science. He leaves the paper there and walks away. But when Larry starts collecting all the papers, he notices something strange on the back of Noah's sheet, a very detailed and complex drawing. Surprised, he calls Noah and asks what it is. But Noah says he has no idea. He was just drawing it without thinking. Hearing this makes Larry even more confused. Later, he shows the drawing to his girlfriend Naomi. The moment Naomi sees it, she is shocked because she recognizes the symbol. She explains that it is a very ancient sign, representing the connection between nature and the entire universe. She cannot understand how a small kid could draw something so detailed, and things become even stranger when Larry reveals that he has seen the same shape in his dreams. On the other side, at home, Noah shows his father something on the computer. He has recreated the sound waves that he learned using the shell. David is very impressed seeing this. Now Noah's confidence grows, and he decides to present an experiment at the school science fair. At the science fair, Noah uses sound waves to make spiders build a web between 2 points. Everyone present there is left amazed, especially Professor Larry, who believes Noah was never special before, but today he has done something incredible. But at the same time, something frightening is happening at home. Emma is with her babysitter and decides to show her a magic trick. She throws the broken stone pieces onto the floor, and suddenly all the pieces start floating in the air. As they come together, that same purple energy begins to form again. Emma calmly puts her hand inside the energy, and nothing happens to her. Seeing this, the babysitter gets terrified and immediately runs out of the house. At the same time, Emma's parents arrive home. When her mother asks what happened, Emma innocently says that she was just showing a magic trick. David does not take it too seriously, but Joe starts to feel suspicious. She knows the babysitter would not get scared so easily. And on the other hand, Noah, who was once weak in science, is now suddenly performing such amazing experiments. All of this starts to feel strange to her. While their parents are talking to each other, Noah takes the chance to pick up those stone pieces and quietly hides them in his room, because now even he has started to realize that these things are not only special, but could also be dangerous. But as soon as he goes inside, he sees the crystal starting to change again. This time, it slowly begins pulling toward one of the pieces, and that piece softens into a gel-like form and completely absorbs the crystal inside it. Within seconds, both of them merge and form a strange new device. Suddenly, that device starts pulling in energy, not just from the room, but from the entire city. And within moments, the whole city goes into a blackout. As the lights go out, Noah panics and quickly hides the new device inside his closet. Just then, his father enters the room and asks if everything is okay. A few seconds later, the power comes back, as if nothing ever happened. David assumes it was just a normal power outage, but Noah knows that it was all caused by that device. Now he feels scared and talks to Emma. He tells her that the things from the box could be dangerous, and they should throw them away. But Emma immediately refuses. She doesn't want to let go of Mimzy. According to her, Mimzy has come to complete an important mission, so Noah decides to hide everything in his room without knowing that the government has already started investigating the blackout. On the other side, in the security department, Director Nathaniel calls for an emergency meeting. He says that such a massive blackout without any reason is extremely dangerous, and orders his team to find the real cause. That night, both siblings fall asleep in their rooms, but Noah sees a strange dream. He finds himself floating high above the earth in the sky. In front of him, a massive structure is forming, like a giant crystal bridge building itself in space. Just as it is about to complete, Noah suddenly wakes up in fear. The next day, he tells Emma about the dream, and surprisingly, Emma had the exact same dream. Both of them decide not to tell anyone about it. Later, when Noah is playing a video game, there is a knock on the door. He opens it and is shocked because Professor Larry and Naomi are standing there, wanting to talk to his mother, Joe. Joe invites them inside. Larry shows Noah's exam drawing, and Naomi explains that it is a very ancient and special symbol, and only children with unique abilities can draw it so precisely without learning it. She also says that this can be identified through the lines on their hands. Hearing this, Noah quickly offers to show his hands, but Naomi doesn't find anything unusual. Then Emma steps forward and shows her hands, and the moment Naomi sees them, she is stunned. She says that she can sense a very pure and powerful energy within Emma, but Joe dismisses all of this as nonsense. To her, it all sounds exaggerated, and she says she has more important things to do. As they are leaving, Emma mentions that her rabbit Mimzy taught her to draw from a book called The Seven Mountain. Hearing this, Larry and Naomi exchange shocked looks, because Emma correctly named the book, even though no one had ever mentioned it in front of her. The next morning, something even stranger happens during breakfast. Noah comes without his glasses and says he doesn't need them anymore, because he can see everything clearly now. Hearing this, David is surprised, but he doesn't react much. Then he tells Emma not to keep her rabbit Mimzy on the table, but Emma says Mimzy isn't well and needs help. Slightly annoyed, David asks her to pass the sugar, and then something happens that shocks everyone. Without even touching it, Emma lifts the sugar in the air and pours it directly into her cereal bowl. Now this is definitely not normal. Seeing Noah's improved vision and Emma's strange ability, both Joe and David become truly worried. They immediately call Larry and Naomi and tell them everything that happened during breakfast. They don't understand what's going on, but they feel like something big and dangerous is about to happen. Just then, Noah comes running and asks them to come to Emma's room. As soon as everyone enters the room, they are left stunned. Emma is floating in the air above the bed with Mimzy. Now this becomes the final limit for Joe. In anger, she takes all the things they brought from the beach, the stones, the crystal, and Mimzy, and throws everything into the trash, despite Emma's desperate pleas. That night, Emma cries a lot because she misses Mimzy. Then Noah comes into her room and surprises her. He brings back all the items he secretly took out from the trash. Emma calms down and tells Noah that she found some important clues in the book Alice Through the Looking Glass. In that story, Alice enters another world through a mirror. And the strangest part is that in one picture, she is holding a rabbit that looks exactly like Mimzy. Now Emma becomes completely sure that just like Alice crossed the mirror, she also has to do the same. And for her, that mirror is the purple energy created by the stone pieces. Emma decides to try it and asks Noah for help. Together, they spin the stone pieces, and once again, that same purple energy forms. This time, Emma moves closer and puts her face into the energy. Instantly, she starts seeing something, a lab from the future, and the scientist who created Mimzy, but the energy begins to affect her. Noah gets scared and quickly pulls her back before anything bad can happen. Hearing the noise, their parents rush into the room, but Noah quickly hides Mimzy and the stones under the bed. Emma recovers, but she keeps saying that she saw the scientist in the future. As expected, their parents think it's all just her imagination, and they decide to take both children to a specialist. After several tests, the doctor reveals something shocking. He says that Emma's brain is developing much faster than normal children, and some parts of it are as active as an adult's. The doctor asks for permission to run more tests, but David and Joe want some time to think. Meanwhile, David decides to take a break from work and spend time with his family. Everyone tries to have a peaceful day, but suddenly Nathaniel arrives at the house with a group of soldiers. He explains that the citywide blackout started from here, and he suspects something dangerous might be involved. Emma immediately steps forward and says her family is not dangerous, and then she tells them everything about the mysterious items they found at the beach. Without wasting time, everyone is taken to a government lab, where Mimzy, the stones, and the device are all confiscated. Inside the lab, Emma demonstrates the power of the stones in front of everyone. She spins them in the air and creates that same purple energy again. She explains that Mimzy taught her all of this. The scientists place Mimzy inside a machine for examination, and what they discover shocks everyone. Inside that small toy is technology far beyond its time. Nathaniel quickly calls for a meeting. Everyone wants to know what exactly this thing is and what information it holds. That's when Emma says she can communicate with Mimzy, and that it has an important message. According to Emma, a scientist from the future has sent a warning through time because Earth is in danger. He couldn't send humans, so he sent toy-like devices like Mimzy across different timelines. But during the journey, only Mimzy survived, and now its system is failing. It must return to the future. Emma pleads for help, but Nathaniel dismisses it as nonsense and orders the investigation to continue. That night, Noah and his father are sleeping in a room inside the lab. Suddenly, Noah hears Emma's voice inside his mind. She tells him that Mimzy must be sent back, and for that, they need to escape. Noah agrees, but he knows there is a camera in the room. Then Emma reminds him, sound waves. Noah creates the same sounds he learned from the shell, and slowly, several cockroaches crawl out and gather in front of the camera, completely blocking its view. Taking the chance, Noah quietly sneaks out and meets Emma. Now both of them have one goal: to get Mimzy back. But the problem is that Mimzy is kept inside a locked room. Emma uses her mental powers to unlock the door. They go inside and retrieve Mimzy, the device, and the stone pieces. But now the stones have weakened and are unable to generate enough energy. Then Emma remembers that some pieces were left behind at the beach house. Both of them quickly decide to go there. Outside, they find a van, and somehow Noah manages to start and drive it. But after some distance, the van runs out of fuel. Emma tells him not to worry. She has called for help. On the other side, Professor Larry suddenly wakes up and says he saw that same strange dream again. He reaches the same same place, and there he finds Noah and Emma. Emma explains everything to him and says she needs to reach the beach house. Eventually, Larry and Naomi agree to help them. On the way, Emma notices that Mimzy is getting weaker. She hugs it and starts crying, and one of her tears falls onto Mimzy, which it absorbs. Finally, they reach the beach house. The siblings take out the remaining stone pieces from the room and go outside to spin them together. This time, an even more powerful purple energy is created. Mimzy explains that these stones together form a time machine, but it needs a power source to activate. Then Noah remembers the device made from the crystal. He places it near the machine, and suddenly it starts releasing massive energy. The time machine is now activated. Emma places Mimzy inside the energy, but suddenly her hand also begins to get pulled into the portal. Larry and Naomi try to save her, but a force field stops them. At that moment, David, Joe, and Nathaniel arrive there in a helicopter. They try to save Emma, but it's impossible to enter. Noah gathers courage. He notices a small gap and tells his father to handle the generator. Then he goes inside and with all his strength pulls Emma back and finally manages to bring her out. At the same time, the machine absorbs all the energy and the portal closes, sending Mimzy back to the future. In the future, the scientist finds Mimzy, and the truth is finally revealed. Emma's tear contains a special genetic information that can help save the Earth. In the present, everyone watches as the portal disappears. Mimzy is gone, but they all feel it had a greater purpose. Nathaniel closes the case and lets the family go. After some time, everything returns to normal. Noah and Emma go back to school. In class, the teacher asks what they did over the weekend, and Emma smiles as she remembers her incredible journey. She doesn't realize that because of her courage, she saved the future of humanity. So, how did you like this movie? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories like this. See you in the next video.